Hello everyone, welcome to Mathematics with Teacher Abbas. We are still in profit and loss. So let's see what we have for today. A trader bought an article for 700 naira. He lost 25% when he sold it. What was the selling price? A trader bought an article for 700 naira. He lost 25%. So the trader bought, that's our cost price, bought. Okay, he lost 25%. So that's the percentage loss. Okay, so what was the selling price? All right, so basically there are two ways of solving this. So let's see. Now we have to find. Okay, first let's put down our the terms given. We have the cost price equal to 700 naira, and then we have our percentage loss equal to 25%. Our percentage loss equal to 25%. So we have to find the selling price. So let's put that down. Selling price equal to the question mark. That's what we have to find. So how do we get our selling price? Okay. So when we have a case of loss, we must take note. In the case of loss cost price is bigger than the selling price. In the case of loss, cost price is bigger than the selling price. So our selling price will actually be equal to the cost price, since cost price is the bigger one, minus our loss. Cost price minus loss will give us the selling price. So what do we do at this point? That means we need to find our loss. Remember what we have here is percentage loss. So we need to find the loss. That means we need to change percentage loss to loss. And let's see what that will give us. So loss will be equal to, the formula is percentage loss all over 100% times the cost price, So that will be giving us percentage loss, that's 25% over 100%, and then times the cost price is 700 over 1. Right, so we have this will cancel, 0 0 and then 0 0. So what that will give us, that will give us our loss being 175 naira. 175 naira. Right, so we can now proceed. This is our loss. We can now proceed to find. Okay, let me not conclude. So we can now proceed to find our selling price. So let's see, selling price will be equal to cost price minus loss, which is equal to 700 minus our loss is 175, and that will give us 5. We have 2 here, and then this will give us 5. So 525 naira. All right. So that's how we get our selling price. Remember, in the case of loss, the cost price is the bigger one, is bigger than the selling price. And then, so if you are looking at the selling price, then it will be subtraction, the cost price minus the loss. All right. So let's see number two. Number two says a television set was bought for 150,000 naira, and a loss of 25% was made after selling the television. Right, find the loss. Okay, I think this one is actually an easy one. So what do we have? We have that the cost price equal to 150,000 naira, and then we have our loss, that's percentage loss. This percentage loss, so percentage loss is equal to 25%. 25%. Then what are we to find? We are to find our loss. All right. So when you have word problems like this, it's always good you write out what has been given. So from there you can now know what to do. You can now know how to solve for what is asked. Okay, so we have to find the loss, and we can see we have our percentage loss, and then we have our cost price. We have the percentage loss, and then we have the cost price. So what we are just to do, we are to change the percentage loss to the cost price. And what would that give us? So let's see. We have percentage loss. Okay, loss equal to percentage loss all over 100%. Then times is always times the cost price. The cost price is the original price. So you work with the cost price, all right, over 1. So this is equal to percentage loss is what? Percentage loss is 25% all over 100%, then times our cost price, which is 150,000. All right. So we have the percent cancels the percent, 0 0, and then 0 0. All right. So if we multiply this, we have that our loss will be equal to, that's 25 times 1,500. 25 times 1,500. So that will give us 37 at 37,500. 37,500. So that becomes our loss in naira. So that's our loss. All right. So we are just to find the loss in this question. We are not to find the selling price or any other thing. So it's just the loss. That means we have to change the percentage loss to the loss. All right. So let's move to number 3. Let's see what we have in number 3. A man bought a laptop. Oh, this is still a loss. Man bought a laptop for this and sold it at a loss of, okay, I think we've solved questions already on um loss enough. So what I will do, I'm gonna change this to profit. Okay, let's solve it at a profit. All right, so a man bought a laptop for 240,000 naira and sold it at a profit of 17.5%. So calculate the, okay, so this will be calculate the profit. Let's calculate the profit there, and then the selling price. So that's a two-in-one question. That's a two-in-one question. So let's see solution. All right. So what do we have? A man bought a laptop for that. Our cost price. Our cost price is equal to 240,000 naira, and then he sold it at a profit of, okay, so our percentage profit, as percentage, not just profit, equal to 17.5%, which is equal to 35 over 2%. All right. So we have to find two things. We have to find the profit, okay, and we are also to find the selling price. All right. So let's see what we have here. Now let's get our profit first. Let's get our profit. So our profit is equal to what? Um, the percentage profit. That will be percentage profit all over 100% times what? Times the cost price. All right. So that will give us our percentage profit is 35 over 2%. Okay. 35 over 2% all over 100% times the cost price is what? Is 240,000 naira. All right. So remember I said when we have a percentage, when we're dealing with percentage, I said when we have percentage like this, So what will happen? What happens is that the denominator will multiply with the 100% down here. So that means we'll be having 35 all over. Of course, the percent will cancel the percent. 35 all over 200 times 240,000. All right. So 0, 0, and 0, 0. So 2 year 1, 2 year 1, 2, 0, 0. Right. So at that point, we are having 35 times 1,200. Right. So our profit at this point will be 42,000 naira. So our profit will be 42,000 naira at our profit. Okay. All right. 42,000 naira. That's our profit. So can we now proceed? Let's proceed to find our selling price. Now remember, this is a case of profit. And under profit, I made a mistake here. And under profit, what happens is that the selling price is bigger than the cost price in profit. The selling price is bigger than the cost price. So if you are finding the selling price, that means you need to add. Right. So let's see what to have. So our mm, profit equal to, we have 42,000 naira, and then our cost price equal to 240,000 naira. So our selling price, the formula is the cost price plus profit. So we are finding the bigger quantity. So that means we have to add, and then that will give us cost price, which is 240,000 plus 42,000. Right. So that will make our selling price to be 282,000 naira. So that becomes our selling price, 282,000 naira. So that's what we get from the question. All right. So proceed to activity questions. Proceed to activity questions. Please carefully go through the questions and then make sure you answer them one after the other, please. Make sure you answer them one after the other. All right. So thank you for watching this video. Please do well to subscribe, like, and also share these amazing lessons to others. And I'll see you in our next class. In our next class, we'll be taking a quiz activity. We have some questions under profit and under loss quiz activity. So you have to go through it carefully and then you take on the quiz. All right, thank you and see you in the next class.